the song's called Himachal Diaries and the specifics. Yeah? Okay, cut.
Hello everyone. So we stand here today with the former members of Greenlight Project and now the makers and the founders of the Indiegenous. So what's the story behind the Greenlight Project and now the current band?
So Greenlight Project, I went for this trekking trip and I was just coming back, and Abhinav Rai, he was our former bassist, and he called me up. He's like, bro, I've got some sick grooves and stuff, you should come by. And then I'm like, bro, I'm in the middle of nowhere right now, yeah, and it's kind of impossible to come over. Acha, I'll give you a few days. And then after that, a few days later, I came to his house. This guy was there, Ashim.
Yeah, so then we just showed up at Abhinav's house. Abhinav lives down the road, and we've been childhood friends. So he came, I think, a day after we had already started rehearsing, and there was this show where we were playing for this organization called TGEF. So we were opening the show, and we were really excited. It was a big thing. So then we worked on a couple of songs, and we were like, "Chal, his voice sounds really good with our sort of music." So we went with the flow, and we started working on this song called Between the Lines. So that was like a full band setup. We had Vedant on guitar, Abhinav on bass, I was singing and rhythm guitar, and I was on the drums at that point.
So what led to you two coming out of that band and now forming of your own?
So, basically the thing was Abhinav is really busy, he's a super busy guy, and he's now in the States and he's studying in Berkeley, right? So for him it was really, he was really into the music scene, but the thing is he's here only 4 months in a year, and we guys were looking
we guys were looking at full time.
So then basically, I called up Vedant and I said, bhai, yaar, look, I want to do this full time and I'm in my second year, so are you willing to? So he said, yeah man, sure,
I love music, and
so we were chilling right up there at about 3 in the morning, just me and him. And that's when it all happened. That's when we decided, both of us sound
just randomly, we just over a couple of years, we just randomly discussing about life, chilling there upstairs, and they're like, acha so music kari lete hai. It sounds good. We sounded great together. It was over a lot of jam sessions, and they were like, chalo yaar, kari lete hai. Let's just form
and
band.
Yeah, so our first big break in terms of music, what I'd like to call it, was Bombay, where we were called to play at this festival called Nariyal Pani, which is it's the first time it happened actually. So it happened in Alibag, which is off Bombay, and we had to open for the fest. So we were a little nervous because it's our first show together, and we were like, kaise karenge, ye kya karna hai, wo karna hai. But at the same time, we were really, really excited. So we started that, and Bhai Sahab broke his guitar string right before the gig, and then we were running around for a string, and we were like, what to do, karna kya hai. So then
after that, we found a string, pushed it in, and put it in, and then after that, we just went on stage with our sound check. And we did a 20-minute set.
Yeah, so
and it sounded brilliant.
It was meant to be literally 15-20 minutes, but we went on for about half an hour by the end of it because everyone was like, no, you guys are really good, carry on. And the highlight of that trip was actually afterwards, because we interacted with all the artists and these really hi-fi guys. Guys from Bombay Basement, Dharavi Rocks. There were a lot of artists.
And all these people dude, you guys were sick, man. You guys were really, really good. And we're shit, man.
So we had this after-party jam session where we were conducting the stuff. So it was good fun. I had a blast. He had a blast.
Same.
She's got flow. She's got flow. She's got no flow. It's going down low.
So, what about the name and the story behind the name? Greenlight Project and now Indiegenous.
Greenlight project, like, do you remember? Like,
Yeah, so
having
it's a stupid story actually, because we were dropping Vedant back home, Abhinav was driving, and then we just kept on thinking of random names. So we were like, I don't even remember the names came, but they were like really random. Yeah, we were laughing, we were having a great time, and then Abhinav stopped. He got caught by the cops because he was driving without his pollution check and all. So the cops came and they were like, "Ki kahan ja rahe ho?" Blah blah blah. So we had to like figure out a way to get out of that. And then we were going past, and then
there were like 3 red lights.
yeah. So we basically, I came up with, I was like green light, something to do with green light, and then one of these guys must have said project or something. So Abhinav was like, Abhinav said the red light
let's
project.
make it more
He said-
official. It sound damn fancy. We like just add a project.
Yeah, so Abhinav said the red light project. And I was like, yeah, red light कुछ ज़्यादा वो negative feel हो गया
And
उसमें.
I've actually noticed a lot of times like at that point we like when we were in Greenlight project, like people used to ask which band are you and stuff.
I'll sit around looking out the window. The clouds pass on by. Clouds flashing left and right. No kids placing on what I feel left behind. I need a reason to believe. Got to play, play ahead of me. No reason, nothing to do but wait for the next season.
And we were like, yeah, Greenlight project. And like when you add the name, add the special word project, you're like, yeah, I've heard of that. That sounds pretty familiar, man.
Yeah, so first then I mean,
Funny, man.
so we basically, the real idea behind it, what we claim it is actually that, you know, Delhi has so many red lights and there's no smooth like flow of driving and whatever. It's like there's too much traffic, so we're like, you know, to create sort of music that's completely in sync with like only green lights, where you're just like constantly flowing around, say driving on a highway, listening to music. So very chill environment basically. So we're like, chal Greenlight project naam rakh lete.
That sounds nice.
So then so then what did we just basically jammed a lot, and we went to a studio and we recorded Between the Lines, which is also available on SoundCloud.
Yeah. So check it out.
what about Indiegenous? When you segregated from
Indigenous is
Green?
a funny story because like we were in Bombay at his Mausi's house, and we next day was the performance. So we hadn't like chosen a band name as such, and we're like, bro, naam kya rakhna hai? What name should we choose? And then
Going along the lines of indie because
Because that's
indie is So then I was thinking, I was like Indieology or like something like that, and then we just like the word indigenous came to my mind, which is INDI-genous.
Yeah,
So
like
then I was
green
like, तो then I was like indigenous कैसे रहेगा? Because indie is our
added
music.
a INDIE.
Right.
So yeah, so I mean basically because our music revolves around indie folk and a bit of funk to it as well. So yeah, pop bhi hai. So yeah, so then we were like, chalo indigenous.
Yeah,
now.
it's so catchy also. So I got to Bombay and stuff, and after that, like we were performing. Like people asked us what's the name of the band. We were like Indigenous, and they're like, dude, that sounds pretty good. It's damn catchy.
We also had this thing where we picked up in Bombay and Colaba, we were roaming around, so we were like, we need to have like this style sort of statement for ourselves, because like, you know, to like associate indigenous, what do you associate it with? You know, like you have bands like Swaratma or Raghu Dixit has like ghungroos and he's got his full outfit and all. So Swaratma has like the topi. So we were like, ki kya kare? So we saw these Lennon glasses.
Really cheap.
So
like,
these
like
really,
100
like, yeah, these really like shiny things that you see them from far and you'll be like, oh, like, you know, like banda dikh raha hai dur se. So we were like, chal, let's just wear these and go and perform on stage, you know, set a style statement, be like, indigenous only wears glasses and performs. But that statement sort of failed because everyone was just like, why were you? We were like,
Yeah, like,
sun was in our eyes, but
what's
actually
wrong
there was not that much sunlight, so we were just like, so we scrapped that idea, but
the kurta wala still remains like.
yeah.
we had
Like, I mean,
to-
shorts and kurta is standard wherever we perform, irrespective of like formal or informal. We're like, this is us. We'll wear our whatever chappals or
I'm
whatever.
wearing
we want.
That's your attire for the performance.
Yeah, not like you come in like a proper shirt and jeans and like shoes and like full on. So we're just like whatever, yeah, pajama pehen lo, ya shorts pehen lo, or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Merges
like
with
people are
indie.
just enjoying our music.
Merges with
Yeah,
indie.
Your typical like jhola kurta mentality sort of thing, but yeah, that's just how we dress. So we thought like, why make such a big thing out of it and like.